on the risk part. Okay, you all can focus more on the theory and risk. Calculation, I won't test you all already. For chapter 1, for chapter 1, calculation you all can ignore a bit lah. Basically, calculation for this chapter I already covered in the midterm. So final I not really ask again. So all this you all can basically excuse yourself lah. Okay. I think you all can focus more on the theory part, especially on the risk. So if you all want to shortcut a bit, I think you all can start from here lah. Risk here. And the calculation, all this can ignore. Okay, calculation, all this can ignore. So let us go through one time. For example, this slide you all go through lah, at least you understand risk and return, we know that is high risk, high return, low risk, low return. And then we got risk and return in our investment. And then after that, this one is just for extra knowledge. I think nothing much. All this calculation can ignore. And then risk important, the theory important. Okay, so risk here I think you'll go through. Calculation can skip. Standard deviation, all this can skip. This one theory important. Okay, so theory important. Theory important. Theory you'll go through, calculation you can skip. Okay, so you're pandai lah. Okay. Basically this one you all can see I already state here, can focus on theory, especially on the risk part, and then all the calculation, all this can skip. I think I shortcut a lot already. Okay, I shortcut a lot already. And then we go to lecture 3. No question from chapter 2, so we can skip to lecture 3. For lecture 3, right, as usual, CAPM is important. You have to understand the concept of CAPM, but not memorizing, understanding. And as I mentioned, the formula, this formula very important. This formula is very helpful in many things. So please remember this formula, especially every item, because final time, right, I will do past year next week onward. So you all can see past year question as reference also. So from there you all can see that usually past year question, they won't be so nice. They won't spell out RF is 5%, beta is how many, ERM is how many. They won't be so kind one. They will put it in sentence. For example, they will tell you, the market risk premium is how many, and then the expected market return is how many, for example. So you know that market risk premium is basically this whole thing. Sometimes maybe they give you expected market return and risk-free, which means you have to calculate yourself. Sometimes maybe they give you market risk premium straightly, which means they give you this whole thing already. So all this you all must be able to identify. That's why this slide very important. You all can put the star here. Make sure you all remember the formula and can read all the items. This one very important. That's why here also I mentioned must be able to calculate. Need to memorize the formula and be very clear in every single element here. Every single element also have to be very good, because question they won't be so direct one. Okay, they won't be so direct. They will give you in the sentence. So you all have to know lah. Okay. I think this one can skip. This one, I very kind. Tell you all this one. This one extra clue. This one no need. And let me see. Yeah, this one important. Your SNL very important. Okay, your SML line. Basically this one, right, if y'all worry, don't worry first, because I will do past year in the following 2 weeks. Once I cover lecture, I will do past year. I will do 1 hour lecture, 1 hour past year, 1 hour lecture, 1 hour past year. Okay, so I will try my best to pick those past year that I feel helpful one. So please come the next 2 weeks, I think very important. And I think I can give you all a few more clue. This one can skip. And then this formula no need to remember. Okay, no need to remember. This one just understand will do. Okay, this one just understand will do. I think by now you all know what is beta. Beta is basically the measurement of risk. And then 1 which means the market, less than 1 which means less risky, more than 1 which means more risky than the market, and so on. This one I think you all know already.
Everything you don't know is more concerning.
This one important. Okay, SML, this one important, this one important. The concept have to be there. This one no need lah. Okay, this one Excel impossible. I ask you to do Excel.
So it's basically the stuff that roughly the same scope as the midterm test for chapter 3.
Not really. I don't think so. I think it's different compared to midterm. The question also will be different. Once I do past year, you all can see the sample. And this one important also. Okay, all this theory important. Market index, types of market index. Here can skip already. Other model I won't ask you. Other model I won't ask. I focus on CAPM and SNL only. Okay. So we go through one time because just now a bit messy. So again, CAPM, the concept you all have to understand. Okay, focus on understanding, not memorizing. So the formula also very important. The concept, all this you all have to understand. This one, I think you all can skip. And then this one very important. Remember to put a star. Remember the formula. Beta, just understand the concept will do. The formula no need. The concept have to understand. Okay, all this the concept. Then this one definitely important because we focus on the SML. What is SML? How to draw the SML line? All this kind of thing is important. 10 and 11 important. And then this one Excel is for our assignment, so this one can skip . Okay, 12, 13, 14, 15 can skip. Okay. 16 just go through will do . It's just a theory only. And then 17 important, 18 important, and then 20 onward can skip. Okay? Can get can If cannot, please let me know. Okay? So market index here also I already mentioned focus on theory only. Previously we got the calculation slide one, but then I think I removed already. Okay, I really removed. So here no need to mention also can. If you all still got the slide, can remove the calculation slide. Focus on theory will do. And then now we go to chapter 5 and 6. Chapter 5. Yeah, chapter 5 and 6, I think I also quite specific here. You all can remember the formula of the PE. This formula. Okay, you all can go to, let me find the slide first. I think should be here. Yeah, this one. Remember, those that attended lecture usually with me, right? I remember ask you all to circle this one and then put a star one. Okay, so this formula must remember. This formula must remember. And yeah, you guys can see this formula is important. This formula is important. is repeated here again. That's why it is important. Okay? This one no need. Okay, this one no need. What else important? Yeah, this important. You all can see here the theory, pros and cons of DDM, PE. This one is popular theory question. Every year also almost have one. If you all check back your past year, right, almost every year, past year also have this kind of question. They will ask you to state maybe the advantages or disadvantages. For example, only lah, they will ask you explain 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of PE method. Then you all need to give okay. And then sometimes maybe they will say provide 2 advantages of price to book method. Then you all have to write something. So here, even though it's just one slide, but if you all have a look, right, actually quite a lot. Okay. So actually chapter 5, I think I narrow down a lot for you. I just want you all to focus on these 2 calculations. DDM is on your chapter 6 one. Wait, it's here.
Sorry.
Yeah, this formula, y'all can highlight this formula. I'm very specific. Usually I already give to this extent, but still got student come to me and ask me more. I think I cannot give already lah. So here I want to disclaimer first. Don't come to me and ask me more specific already, because I think I really give until very specific. To be honest, I push at my heart. I really give until very specific already. So please don't ask me more, because more is like too much already. I already give until very specific. So chapter 5 and 6 in short, I want you all to remember the PE formula and the DDM formula and all the theory lah. Okay, all the theory is not the whole chapter 5 and 6 theory. Just now I already mentioned. You all can focus on this one because very popular one. Later on, once you all see past year, you all can see the sample and all this lah. This one very specific. Okay, can get chapter 5 and 6. So if you guys notice, chapter 1, 3, 5 and 6 also are very specific already. So chapter 7 and 9 I won't be so specific. Chapter 7 you all have to go through, especially the Macaulay duration. Okay, we'll cover calculation, but the good news is that formula is provided. Okay, but the good news is formula is provided. And the theory also important. If I remember correctly, right, we will have about 20 marks on the bond question. We'll cover calculation and theory. So this chapter very important. This chapter you all have to go through lah. Okay, this one I don't want to narrow down. This one I really hope that you all will go through. The only things that I can help is that at least formula is provided. Your senior last time no formula. They are even more percent. Yes?
Is it only the chapter 7 formula provided?
Sorry?
Is it only chapter 7 formula provided?
Yeah, correct.
DDM and other?
Only chapter 7 formula is provided. Other than that, all formula not provided. To be honest, usually, right, IFA no formula provided. But this time, I secretly put the formula there. I put in the info there. So it's actually I was the one that add on the formula. Okay, so usually no formula one. So the only things that I can help is only I give you the formula. But chapter 7, please go through the whole chapter. I think the whole chapter important is because this chapter I can let you know got very high weightage, around 20 marks or more than 20 marks. Okay, 20 to 25 marks. So very important. Please go through chapter 7. And then chapter 9, we will have calculation and also theory. So this one I will cover next week. Okay, I will cover next week. So basically, we will do some calculation question. For example, you all can practice your tutorial 9, question 5. And also I will do some past year revision with you guys lah. But the good news is that no need to construct any diagram or graph. Once you all do the tutorial, you all will headache one. You all will notice wow, so many diagram and graph, and the lecture also. But don't worry, you all no need to construct. The diagram and the graph is just to enhance your knowledge and your understanding. But you all no need to draw the diagram. Okay, you all no need to draw the diagram, or you all no need to draw the graph. Usually we will have the diagram and graph is to just enhance your understanding only. And then chapter 10 super easy. It is real estate. I will cover it the next 2 weeks. Okay. Real estate only theory, no calculation. Okay, only theory. So we make it fair. Okay, you guys can see that the first the first 4 chapter I make it very specific for you guys. And then these 2 chapter I want you all to really go through. And then this one also very direct theory. Once I do the lecture, you all can see very simple one. The theory very easy. Alright, should I upload this one strictly?
Yes.
I upload strictly to your Google Classroom.
I think so because most people